All right. Got me a little listy here. So, this is for, whoopsie, all the projects coming to HBO Max, Warner Media's upcoming streaming service. This is going to be a reader, so I do apologize now. I'm going to try to get through as quickly as possible. All the projects coming to HBO Max, Warner Brothers, a Friends reunion, a Gossip Girl reboot, a Grease spinoff, and more. This was updated recently as of the 27th, but prior to that, this was last updated in July. So, they got as the streaming wars continue to rage, Warner Media has stripped Netflix of subscribers of beloved Friends TV show and announced that it will launch its own service called HBO Max, where it will host a Friends reunion special. Debuting in May, the streaming platform is set to be stacked with programming from Warner Brothers' New Line, DC Entertainment, CNN, TNT, TBS, True TV, the CW, Turner Classic Movies, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, Looney Tunes, and more. That's a lot. Um, in addition, HBO Max will feature original programming that includes shows produced by Ellen DeGeneres, films produced by Reese Witherspoon and Greg Berlanti under the newly minted production arm Warner Max, and a whole lot more. Plus, YouTube TV subscribers will receive a free membership upon service's launch. I don't have YouTube TV, but might be tempting. I already have the premium thing. Maybe. Um, so, this part here, because they did it last July, now they updated it. And there's something I added to this list that I just found out today. Movies. Let Them All Talk. The original Steve Soderbergh directed film stars Meryl Streep as a celebrated author who goes on a therapeutic road trip with her friends, played by Diane Wiest and Candice Bergen. Her nephew Lucas tags along and becomes involved with her literary agent, Gemma Chan. That's pretty awesome, I think. Unpregnant. As part of the executive producer Greg Berlanti's deal, one of the first films from Warner Media's stream service tackles the hot button topic of abortion. Haley Lou Richardson and Barbie Ferreira star as two teens going on a road trip to New Mexico for Richardson's character to make a decision about determining her pregnancy before college. The YA novel adaptation will be directed by Rachel Lee Goldenberg. Kind of figure it was like a YA thing. Super Intelligence. This actually sounds funny. I read this earlier. Melissa McCarthy stars in the comedy as a woman whose phone, TV, and microwave start talking to her. It turns out the world's first superintelligence, AI, with an attitude, has decided to take over her life before taking over the world. Bobby Cavanaugh, Brian Terry, Gene Smart, and James Corden are also starring. I love how James Corden finds time to go into movies from time to time. Very interesting. Bobby Sue, starring Gina Rodriguez, people's favorite person. In the title role, this film tells the tale of a scrappy, headstrong young lawyer who thinks she's landed her big break with a case at an upper crust law firm. She quickly realizes she's been hired for optics and not her expertise, but decides to take the firm head on when she discovers her powerful client is covering up her company's exploitation of its workers. Excuse me. Then you have An American Pickle. This actually sounds funny too. HBO Max is getting a double dose of Seth Rogen in this Simon Rich adaptation. The long shot actor stars as Herschel Greenbaum, a 1920s immigrant who falls into a vat of pickle brine and emerges 100 years later perfectly preserved. Interesting, right? When he goes to meet his great grandson, also played by Rogen, he finds his new reality is even more difficult to understand. Then you have this one called Expecting Amy, which I think is interesting because a lot of people have been having an issue with Amy Schumer lately. The Unfiltered documentary follows Amy Schumer. I like this Unfiltered. It reminds me of Ricky Lake's thing when she did the pregnancy. I know it's weird. I actually enjoy seeing that, like seeing these women and the couples and what they go through together and stuff. It's very humanizing. Especially when it's unfiltered and they really don't hide it. It's like, wow, kind of thing. But it's good that they share it because people can see the experience, and I think it's cool. Anyway, this Unfiltered documentary follows Amy Schumer over the course of her difficult pregnancy and comedy tour leading up to the birth of her first child. I did not know she had a difficult pregnancy, but I did hear there was some things, but I didn't know it was difficult. 15 Minutes of Shame. Monica Lewinsky and MTV's Catfish developer star Max Joseph have partnered for a documentary focusing on our culture's public shaming epidemic. That's going to be cool, and that will be watched because I point out things, yes, like Amber Heard's situation and stuff, but we do have a thing where we kind of go insane with the shading sometimes. Like sometimes we do go overboard. I only bring her up because it's a situation that needs to be, because people need to understand that women and men both can be evil and bad. But beyond that, usually I'll talk about something maybe once or twice and kind of give an update report, and I kind of leave it. Um, Anthony Bourdain documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor? Director Morgan Neville will helm a doc exploring the life of the late chef and TV host. Okay. On the Record, acquired by HBO Max at the 2020 Film Festival, this documentary profiles Drew Dixon and other women who have accused music mogul Russell Simmons of sexual misconduct. He has denied the allegations. Now, this got picked up because I think originally Oprah was going to do it, so I guess HBO said, hey, we'll do it. All right. The Scoop. The CNN film documentary follows the network female political reporters as they cover the 2020 presidential campaign with unprecedented access to the campaign press corps. All right. I guess. I don't really care. Persona. This documentary, another CNN production, delves into America's fascination with personality tests, from dating apps to job applications, with the aim of revealing how these tests have impacted our world. Now, section, scripted series. These are the scripted ones. So you got Grease, Rydell High. This spinoff of the popular 1978 movie musical will still take place in the 50s and feature new and old characters dealing with high school problems in 20th century small town USA. What makes this funny is that there is a Grease 2, and I'm like, y'all just, I think Grease 2 took place in like the 70s. I think they're like, nope. We'll just stick your Grease and we'll make a sequel that way. That's hilarious. Search Party, the critically acclaimed comedy noir hybrid, is moving from TBS to the streaming platform for its third and fourth seasons. Americana, executive producer Lupita Nyong'o, who is just awesome. I like her in Star Wars. She goes, I love that Wookiee. I don't know why. She just stood out to me. Anyway, has recruited Black Panther co-star and Tony-nominated playwright Danai Gurira to adapt. First off, that's Michonne. This might be some stuff. I just wanted to point that out. To adapt Nigerian author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's epic novel about the experience of Nigerian women who immigrates to America. Nyong's will play the protagonist Ifemelu in the 10-episode limited series. Sorry about that. Gossip Girl, the original creative team of Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage, that show will never die, have tapped showrunner Josh Safran, Smash, to reboot the iconic CW series based on Cecily Von Zieger's YA novels. The show will spend 10 episodes centering on a new group of elite private school teens in New York City and track how things have changed since the last iteration of the show. The Flight Attendant. Kelly Cuoco produces and stars in an hour-long thriller series based on Chris Bulhan's 2018 novel about a flight attendant who wakes up hungover next to a dead body. Berlanti will also serve as executive producer. Station 11. Patrick Somerville, of Maniac fame, is adapting Emily St. John Mandel's post-apocalyptic novel that follows survivors of a devastating flu as they recover and rebuild society. Hiro Murai will direct and executive produce the 10-episode limited series. Now you have Made for Love, also the showrunner Somerville. This 10-episode half-hour series is an adaptation of the gonzo sci-fi comedy novel with Alicia Nutting. S.J. Clarkson, from Jessica Jones, will direct and executive produce. Raised by Wolves. Remember these are series. Legendary filmmaker Ridley Scott will produce and direct a sci-fi series centered around two androids raising human children on a mysterious virgin planet as religious differences among the humans threaten the burgeoning colony. He's really into androids and cyborgs and robots now. Just give me some more Alien, but that sounds interesting though. Overlook. This is pretty cool. If you're a Stephen King fan. Reuniting Stephen King, WBTV, and Bad Robot, the producers of Hulu's Castle Rock, J.J. Abrams is creating a horror thriller that once again brings audiences back into the world of King's book, The Shining. Set at the author's famous Overlook Hotel, the series will explore previously untold but continuous terrifying stories from the haunted destination. I actually think that's pretty cool. You could tell a lot of stuff about Overlook, and now we get to really get into it. Shining 1, Shining 2, and a Shining Thing connector. That's nice with Dr. Sleep. I think that's a good idea. Duster. Producer J.J. Abrams teams up with veteran writer Latoya Morgan. By the way, remember hearing about J.J. Abrams having that sweet deal with Warner Brothers in D.C.? Notice his name's popping up a lot. Got a couple movies too. Just saying. Just saying. Producer J.J. Abrams teams up with veteran writer Latoya Morgan to create a show about a getaway driver in the 1970s Southwest whose life working for a growing crime syndicate becomes more and more awful. Untitled Justice League Dark series. While little is known about the series, it will include characters from DC's Justice League Dark universe, meaning John Constantine, Satana, and more are fair game. Sesame Street. Yep, Sesame Street. The famed children's series and its multiple spin-offs are moving from HBO to HBO Max for the next 5 seasons. Dune, The Sisterhood. From the mind of Denis Villeneuve, I can never say his name right, Villeneuve, who is currently directing a film version of the initial book in Frank Herbert's Dune series. Some leaks that came out about that. Zendaya looks amazing. And what they're doing. I'm talking about like her look of the gear. I didn't really go over the leaks with that. Maybe I will. Who knows? It just looks cool. Maybe I'd rather go over the trailer, but it looks good from what I've seen. So you heard it here. The Dune series, the show will serve as a sequel series based on a book by Brian Herbert and Kevin Anderson that's set in the same universe. So your sequel is a TV show. I think that's awesome. It gives you a lot more story. Tokyo Vice, Ansel Elgort will play an American reporter on the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Beat. The drama series is based on the first-hand notification account by Jake Adelson. Then you have Love Life. I actually seen trailers. Some of these have trailers already too, by the way. I know this one does. Paul Feig has teamed up with Anna Kendrick to create this half-hour rom-com anthology series. Just in case, you're really quick, basically it's showing her in different relationships throughout to find the love of her life and how they work, and you kind of see them go to ups and downs and stuff like that from what I could tell. These are very quick, but some of these I did see, like I said. Circe, Madeline Meyer's best-selling 2018 novel, a retelling of Greek mythology through a modern lens, is being adapted to an 8-episode series by Jurassic World writers Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver. Okay. Then you got Starstruck. Made in participation with BBC Three, this 6-part comedy written, created by, and starring UK comedian Rose Matafio, don't know who that is, centers on a burnt-out 20-something whose world turns upside down after she accidentally sleeps with a celebrity. Okay. DC Superhero High. I'm half-half on this one. They've been trying to do superhero highs, but I'm like, do you have to? But if it's similar to Sky High, this could work, and it sounds like it could be. Little half shaky on the person that is going to come up. Elizabeth Banks. I love her as a producer, but we'll see. She's probably going to star in it, like a teacher or something, or a principal. Will executive produce a comedy series following a group of students as they navigate adolescence at a boarding school for gifted kids, unaware that they're on their way to becoming legendary DC heroes. It could work. We'll see. Gotta need to see a trailer, see who these legendary DC heroes are. This one is Rap Shit. I censored myself there because it censors it on here. In the comedy series from EP Issa Rae, a female rap group from outside Miami struggles to make it in the music industry. College Girls, the latest comedy series from the creator of Mindy Kaling. College Girls follows 3 freshman roommates at Vermont's Evermore College, all a bundle of contradictions and hormones. Misadventures are sure to ensue. Okay, this sounds cool too. Strange Adventures. In addition to his YA targeted films, producer Greg Berlanti will bring this DC anthology series to HBO Max, exploring close-ended morality tales above the lives of mortals and superhumans, and featuring various DC characters from across the canon. Berlanti is also developing a Green Lantern-inspired series, though no further details on that project has been released, so that's 2 in 1. Boys. HBO Max will stream the British series from the writer Russell T Davies, very English scandal. The story of 5 friends facing the rise of AIDS in the 1980s. The main cast is mostly unknown actors, but also includes Neil Patrick Harris and Stephen Fry. So, quick secret. If Neil Patrick Harris is in it, I'm immediately watching it. Okay? It's a national treasure. National treasure. One day I'll show you. I even have some of his books. My friends got me his books. Neil Patrick Harris is a man that I will say right now, I love that man. If I was getting married to a woman and he came and sang at my wedding, I would blubber and cry like a baby, probably. Anywho, generations. I like this person. Some people don't. Lena Dunham, I actually like the good girls, is an EP on this dark yet playful series, which sounds like a companion piece to Euphoria. Created by 18-year-old Zelda Barnes and her father, Danielle, the show tells the tale of high school students whose exploration of modern sexuality tests their conservative community's deeply drenched beliefs about life, love, and nature and family. The Uninhabitable Earth. Director, producer Adam McKay, Succession Vice, is adapting David Wallace's Wells non-fiction book of the same name into a scripted anthology series covering a wide range of genres and future scenarios stemming from climate change. The Prince. Longtime Family Guy writer Gary Janetti will voice young Prince George, spilling the tea on royal family members and like Harry, Meghan, voiced by Orlando Bloom, and Condola Rashad. The Boondocks, original comic strip that's this animated television series won much acclaim during its run on Adult Swim before the creator and showrunner Aaron Magruder left the project in season 4. Magruder returns to the suburban satire for 2 seasons plus a special. That's pretty cool. He's back, and they said it was coming back. Gremlins. The team behind the upcoming Animaniacs reboot, which is apparently part of this too, is working with showrunners Tizi Jun to make an animated prequel series of the 1984 comedy horror movie Gremlins. It will depict young Sam Wing, the shop owner in the movie, meeting Gizmo and going on an adventure through Shanghai that puts them into contact with all sorts of monsters and spirits of Chinese folklore. That sounds cool. And I'll watch it. I love Gremlins. I have Gremlins 1 and 2. Adventure Time Distant Lands. Return to the mystical land of Ooh with 4 new hour-long specials, each focusing on different characters, with Jake the dog and Finn the human reuniting for one more adventure. Genlock. HBO Max will release the second season of Rooster Teeth's dystopian animated series starring Michael B. Jordan, Maisie Williams, and David Tennant. Aquaman, King of Atlantis. I did hear about this. Aquaman film director James Wan is producing this 3-part animated miniseries following Arthur on his first day as King of Atlantis and beyond. Kind of connecting the dots between the movie and the next movie. I think that's cool. Little Ellen. This 2D animated children's show follows a 7-year-old DeGeneres on adventures around her hometown of New Orleans, taking in music and life lessons. Cool. Unscripted series. So there's another part here. Ellen's Home Design Challenge, as 8 designers are given challenges that push their creativity. DeGeneres will weigh in on the color commentary. You have First Dates Hotel. Based on the UK format, this dating series features multiple generations of people get tailor-made romantic first dates. Contestants will decide at the end if their love is connection and can choose to stay with one for a second date to assure they found a match. Finding Einstein. This docuseries will focus on finding and cultivating the next generation of Albert Einsteins. Wall Street, which is Mark Wahlberg's thing. Actor and entrepreneur Mark Wahlberg will star in a docuseries showing the side of the professional life that involves developing and or investing in businesses like an activewear line, film and TV production companies, and even a car dealership. There will also be opportunities throughout the show's 8 episodes for a variety of business people to offer opportunities to Wahlberg to endorse and invest in their ideas. Soon I'm going to cut this one, and then I'm going to connect another one. Okay, I like them to stay around at max 20 minutes. The event, MasterChef Wolfgang Puck, is giving audiences an inside look at what goes into catering some of the biggest events of the year, like the official Oscars party. Each one of the 8 episodes of the docuseries will follow various members of Puck's team as they push to surpass attendees' expectations. So right now I'm going to stop here, give you my quick thoughts, and I'm going to do a second video. I'm going to try to link it. So far, this sounds like a lot. Like, this is how you launch Disney Plus. You see how they have a lot? Now, Disney has, I remember if I counted correctly, about 12, 13, maybe 14 shows. This is pages of just show after show. And I'm going to tell you, because in here, they show where they launch. So, please stick around. Please watch the second part of this video. I appreciate it. I'm not doing this on purpose. I just wanted to go through these. I think it's interesting, and I'm giving a little bit of commentary. All right? So, I'll see you soon. Hey, this is the Geek Protagonist. Thank you for visiting my channel. Like, subscribe, share. tell me what you think. You heard my thoughts. And also hit that bell notification so you can be aware of any videos I do. Just click. And just take care of yourselves. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming to my channel. I appreciate you sharing this time with me. All right? So, the Geek Protagonist is out, and discuss in the comments. Suggestions, anything. See ya.